so that there's balance.
So that tag of perennial underachievers.
It's interesting that England is a country which has arguably the biggest football league in the world. Arguably the biggest. I mean, I think it's safe to say it is actually the biggest. The biggest and most popular
football
league in the entire world. Yet, their senior national team has been so underwhelming.
Yeah.
They
become perennial underachievers.
It's amazing. It's amazing how that happens.
And no matter what happens, Southgate must go. To be honest with you, they can win the Euros, but he must go. And my reason is simple. He's unable to make a decision that will turn the game around. Look at yesterday when these two kids were brought on. One assisted the other, and that was what got England.
Yeah.
Imagine, and you see, when they came in, the game changed. The structure,
the format, they were saying they had planned.
Planned what?
When you look at the post-match interview, it looks as though before they came on, they had talked to each other. And
the two of them. Yes.
They had talked to each other.
They knew they had
what they were going to
devise a plan.
Exactly.
The coach had no idea that he had to devise a plan. That should tell you something.
How?
Have you seen the letter from the king? The king says, in the course of the program, I'll pull it out and read it for you.
King Charles.
He congratulated them.
Yes.
And says, in their final outing, they should do it earlier than the 90 minutes. The torrid and the torture they've been taking the citizens through is unhelpful. You get it?
I think the Three Lions have done well. Back-to-back Euro finals is not a little achievement.
At all.
Last time he had to take Donnarumma and his Italian team to stop them. And we could all see from the set piece, their last knockout stage, how they took them. They scored all 5. That should tell you that it's a team that mean business. So let's just. For me, I wish them well. On this, I'm with England. I'm with England.
Let's see if the Three Lions of England are going to be able to bring this one home. Let's get to the newspaper headlines and. Let's see who is trending. Who is trending today? When I look at the front page of the
before
Daily
we move
Graphic.
on, I have the message from the king here.
Okay.
My wife and I join all our family in wishing you the warmest congratulations on reaching the final of the UEFA European Championship and in sending our very best wishes for Sunday's match. If I may encourage you to secure victory, encourage you to secure victory before the need for any last-minute wonder goals or another penalties drama. I take that again. If I may encourage you to secure victory before the need for any last-minute wonder goals or another penalties drama, I am sure the stresses on the nation's collective heart rate and blood pressure will be greatly alleviated. Good luck, England.
The nation's heart rate and blood pressure.
Can you imagine? And you can tell that the king himself is not in a very good place in that regard. If you look at his age and what he's been diagnosed with, and the fact that you have to get him to pump his adrenaline.
Gareth Southgate is putting him
through all this pressure. He doesn't want that. So he says he's encouraging them to ensure that those pains are alleviated before the 90th minute. No any last minute goal drama.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine you winning the trophy and many old people dying.
No, the English fans know how to sell it.
Exactly.
And we just hope that, let's not preempt anything. We wish them well on Sunday.
We'll see. The finals of the Euros is on Sunday, and so will it be Spain? Will it be England? We'll see about that. But, your uncle is still trending.
He's actually apologized. Listen to this if it's an apology. You listen to this. They have misinterpreted what I said.
Yeah.
I said since 1957, from Nkrumah's tenure to date, no government has worked more than Akufo-Addo. In our politics, if you speak the truth, they say you are ungrateful.
Okay, he said it's in Chi, right?
Yes,
he said it's in Chi.
Let's
listen
but
to
the
it directly.
The same thing that has been reported.
In Chi, when you are doing translation, there are some nuances, right? You can't.
Yeah, are you talking about the original sound, or are you talking about
the original sound?
Okay.
You can't do a
so let me give you what he's saying first.
Another sound.
Let me give you what he's saying first.
Let's listen.
Okay.
Let's listen to this.
Okay.
na another don't come for one kind of cheap. You beat me in your own kind. Empo, the Bokaya, they are doing less money. This is Ghana, 1957, from Bama. At the cannon, a pen came away to my say, Naja. I'm a yourself, who can the crowd as well as radio? Who can crowd near Kusama? Mobile, one fan throw.
Okay, so let me translate again. They have misinterpreted what I said. I had said since 1957, from Nkrumah's tenure to date, no government has worked more than Akufo-Addo. In our politics, if you speak the truth, they say you are ungrateful. If you tell lies, you are praised. I'm your child. You did not train me to be untruthful or a coward. So my takeaway from this is that Napo is saying that he's no coward. So all that you guys have been gyrating about and talking, he's no coward. So suffices to say he's not apologizing. One, he's not retracting. Two, he still insists that since Nkrumah's era, no president has performed better than Akufo-Addo.
All right, let's try and look at it this way. Is there anything necessarily wrong with comparing governments? I mean, if somebody has a belief that I think J.J. Rawlings is the best president that Ghana has ever had, in my estimation. It's an opinion that he has expressed.
That's true.
He's entitled to it.
That's true.
Right? If someone says, there are a lot of people who, on hindsight, after President Kufuor left office, say, he's President Kufuor is the best in the Fourth Republic so far because he did A, B, C, D from,
I agree many people
Metro Mass bus transit system to national health insurance to, Kufuor gallons.
Yeah. It's all part of the achievement.
But I mean, on the more serious note,
Yeah.
And some also believe that the nation builder, John Mahama, in his 4 years, has done far better than a lot of other people. I mean, it's an opinion that he expressed.
I agree with you.
So why are we beating Napo up?
Okay, so let me tell you something.
Because of.
Let me tell you why.
Because of.
Napo's own is an exception. Why people are placing value judgment on what Napo said. Because Napo spoke on a political platform. Napo is seeking to occupy public office, and that will be dependent on votes he garners for his flag bearer and then his party. Now, Napo, in this same contest, comes from a fold that has another president, former president, whose achievement by this pronouncement have been overlooked, and that's Kufuor. You get the political nuances in the contest. It's because the same question was asked of Asenso Boachi on Starr Chat to choose between Kufuor and Akufo-Addo. I sat on this platform and said that question should not have been answered. Guess what? He answered and said Akufo-Addo.
Of course, but what were you expecting him to say?
I'm coming.
He's an appointee of Akufo-Addo.
I was expecting him not to answer.
Yeah, but he also has
as a student of politics.
Yeah, but he felt that he should defend the person that he has been appointed by and say Akufo-Addo.
I'm just
because it's Akufo-Addo who
he's making a point.
Giving him that opportunity.
I'm just relating to the fact that even with that, he had backlash. Asenso Boachi is not a running mate. Asenso Boachi was not seeking to occupy any office that requires people's votes. You are doing that. The last thing you want to do is pitch one president from your own camp against another. That's the point. Politically, it is not a very prudent thing to do. Now, with that said, look at the choice of words. Monfa Monkromano. And mind you, when you play the original, you realize that he paused. He was going to mention another name. Monfa Monkromano.
He said Mokwame Nkrumah.
Monfa Mokwame Nkrumah.
Then he paused.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because he was going to mention another name. And only God knows which name he would have mentioned.
Maybe he was going to mention Kotoka Eko.
That's the point. So, yes, I think that Fifi Boafo is doing a good job in cleaning up whatever that might have gone wrong. They should sit Napo down and get him to say that, see, I was on a political platform. I got caught up in the frenzy. Yes, I got carried away. And it happens to many politicians, right? I will do right by you people next time. Forgive the SSS. Let's move on. Let's look at the bigger picture of seeking to break the 8 and doing ABCD. Free consultation we are offering him. But of course, NAPO will always be NAPO. But when you engage party members, party campaigns, when the cameras are off, they tell you,
They know.
we could have done with others. We could have done with others. We could have done with others.
And I like the route IB took. If you followed our politics and you observe what happened in the 2000 election, there was some form of alliance between the Nkrumah and the NPP.
Yes.
At the point, there were billboards that had Kufuor and Nkrumah.
Yeah.
That should tell you that politics is about strategy. If you think your fan base can make you president, you are kidding.
Yeah.
Of course, you need a fan base, but you need others who may not be your fan base to also buy in your vision.
You need a floating voters.
Exactly. And why do you leave Mahama and attack Nkrumah when you know that there are some? Look, it may not show on ballot papers, it may not show in election results, but there are people who are aligned to the Nkrumah's party.
Yeah.
They may not vote for them.
Oh, yeah.
That is why sometimes
that's
you say
true.
the NDC is an offshoot of the
Nkrumah's parties. Yeah. So but it is what it is.
So politically, it wasn't a wise thing to say. I mean, you said it.
It was needless.
It was needless.
But
There was
from
so many things.
what I gather, he had a script. He just decided not to go by the script.
Oh, really?
Because all the other people
No,
who
but
spoke,
you see,
No, but I mean, all the other people
even-
who spoke came and spoke,
that's the point. That's why he
extempore,
decided
right?
not to go.
I mean, no, the
but you
script.
see, it is because. But others also said very. There's certain things that made me very uncomfortable.
Like, what do you mean?
Angels who vote. blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Are they on our register? Do we have angels and dwarfs on?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Look, sovereignty resides in the people, and
Yeah.
it is only the people who can make you president by voting for you.
Yeah.
It is that simple.
See, even the party people, some of them are not comfortable with what want to be said about 1 million ways.
We have 1 million ways to win an
And you are
election.
telling
If that's your strategy, why are you
You are
broadcasting
telling
it?
your opponent this.
Of
They also
course.
devise 1 million ways of stopping you.
1 million ways, but your opponent doesn't know the 1 million ways
You are
that
not
you are
getting
talking
it.
about.
You've told them they will now be counting the ways
Look,
till they get to the 1 millionth one.
Look, that is fine. Assuming he's just bluffing.
Yeah.
It's a bragger. Perception is important.
Yes.
If there is dispute,
Yeah.
there are others who may follow the opposition
Yeah.
because of these utterances.
Yeah.
You get it? Politics perception is important. Look, they can win. I mean, the NPP can win legitimately.
Yeah.
But once you say these things and the opposition challenges you,
Yeah.
it's somehow registered in the minds of
Of the
people that
people.
from the onset,
Yeah, you had said this.
you get it.
Especially when it has been also said that they are going to win the election with a strategy that they will never understand.
Exactly.
Well, election is about majority voting for
No,
you.
but election is about strategy.
Of course.
You have to
But
strategize.
the bottom line to
You have to
any election
strategize.
strategy is this, Lantam. You speak to the people, convince them. On the day they show up at the polling stations, they pick ballot papers, they thumbprint against your candidate picture or image, and then they drop it in the ballot box, right? After it's all said and done, a bell is tolled, and then sorting is done, counting is done, and then results declared. There is no strategy anywhere than this, my brother.
The strategy is how to get your
Convince
message
people
across
to come and then vote
convince
for you.
them.
Which other strategy again?
There is a strategy that they can use to win.
Which
And
one?
It's a strategy that the NDC will never understand. Yes. Daily Graphic newspaper. Armed forces record 1,300 mental disorders yearly. So this one is saying that about 1,300 cases of mental health disorders have been recorded within the Ghana Armed Forces each year since the year 2021. The statistics show alcohol use as the highest among the disorders, with 70% of the cases being male officers. And the data is from a post-COVID-19 statistics recorded from 2021 last year. And the Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Thomas Opompepra, who gave out the statistics, has consequently directed the Department of Medical Services of the Ghana Armed Forces to embark on a vigorous drive to reduce mental health causes within the Ghana Armed Forces. We should be worried about this, shouldn't we?
No, it's normal. I think the figures
Normal?
have been on the low. There's something called
No, but these are
post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, PTSD,
Yes,
and
and
it's a coping mechanism, right?
Exactly.
No, but it's worrying.
See, the reason why I tell you that the numbers are even low is that Ghana, the closest our soldiers get to weapon firing, right? It's either on election day or when they go for peacekeeping.
Yeah.
Who are we fighting? Small young people routing somewhere, and they say militaries will come, and then they kill people.
I still don't understand why they use an helicopter in Ashaiman.
Yes, to do what? See, the helicopters have become rusty. They are there on less Independence Day. Then they go and land somewhere. That's the point. So the point I'm making is that go to the figures in the US.
No, but when they go,
that's why when you go for one war and come back, you retire. In US, you go for one war, you come back.
One tour, they go one tour.
Yeah, one tour, you come back.
2 tours.
When they come back, they come with cornmeal machine.
No, but you see, our soldiers too are doing very well because according to multiple sources, when you go for peacekeeping, the Ghanaian soldiers are the ones who always stand out.
I agree.
Right? I agree. In the heat of things, when it comes to the training, when it comes to leading, battalions and all of that.
The likes of General Nidoho,
yes, of course.
So of course,
I mean, the Ghanaian armed forces
that is not.
And then when they go, they see things.
Exactly.
And they come back with PTSD.
Of course.
But what about the reason why I'm saying is alarming is that the people who are here who have not gone anywhere, and there's no war here.
There's also
why are they
maybe the training,
abusing
maybe the Red Crossness.
Yes.
I mean,
come on.
Haven't you seen videos of
the training
recruits being slapped and you are not expected to even react to the slap?
So what? So because of that, you should go and
when they are slapping you, they are slapping your brain. You know that, right?
Anyway, but I like the call that the CDS has made.
Yeah.
Calling on the medical services departments, to really look into this. Perhaps some guidance and counseling for them, because we need our military personnel to be seen.
And then, of course, we can't have mad people holding weapons. That's a fact.
No.
That's one.
We cannot.
cannot.
Parliament passes National Service Authority bill.
Yes.
Yeah. What happened there? You were in Parliament.
Yes. National Service. So now, if the people, for instance, is doing National Service, and the scheme feels that Gambia needs your service,
they'll take you there.
They'll take you to the Gambia.
To go and work there.
Yeah, go and do that.
And who will pay you? Is it Gambia or Ghana?
Gambia will pay. And
Ghana why are you using Gambia? If you mention my name, so it means
now
Canada decides that we need.
We'll be exporting personnel.
No, people doesn't need to go to Gambia. He needs to go to Canada.
No, but you see, Gambia, we have that relationship where we give them justices of the Supreme Court.
At the point, yes, Chief Justice was a
Ghanaian and what have you.
So, but that's an interesting story. I remember how we had to rescue her back into the country under Jammeh.
It's some way.
Gambia. What about
Canada,
where President Kwame Nkrumah was the co-president?
Egypt. Guinea.
No, that's Guinea.
Yeah, at the point we had an alliance: Ghana, Guinea, Mali. So we started the African Union from there. The unitization of the African continent. The unitization.
Guys are listening. Now when they hear unitization, they pay attention.
They will pay attention. So challenge. So basically, that is that. And so for back to the military, that it's a lonely place to be because of the regime and the fact that they are not supposed to mingle with the civilians. You get it?
But now when you go to the barracks, it's very sociable.
No, but there's still the rank thing.
There's rank thing and all of that. But they are there with their wives and other families and all of that. Go to Burma camp. The way they are happy over there.
They are still secluded from the
There's so many things. The higher you climb, there are so many things you can't do.
You can't do. Yeah,
you get it. You can just walk into a job bar.
Yes, and do everything.
Once you climb up the ladder.
Yeah, there are many things you can do.
So when you become like a captain or you become like a major, you can't go to a job and go and eat.
Nah, there are many things you can't do. You're not allowed to do.
Like what?
Yeah. Oh, you are restricted. It's a restricted profession.
Look, you need permission.
Yeah.
Remember, there was a report about a captain gone missing.
Yeah.
It's not that he was missing. He left without authorization. You'll be declared as missing. And there will be sanctions.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't enter a job and go and eat.
No, the point is, where are you going? What is taking you to that job?
Yeah. I'm hungry. I want to eat food.
Then go and seek food.
You can't just get up on a weekend and say I'm attending this food.
Yeah, that you are saying. I don't agree. Military. Do you know the number of military men I've met in Choba as it?
They are the young people who they have no ranks. They have no ranks.
Yes, massa.
Those are those ones that you can get to go and then take your debt for you. Okodaka. They do that, right? Or Langa activities. They do that. but not the senior ones.
The Daily Graphic also says that illegal SIM card businesses are booming.
Oh yeah, registered
Vendors, fraudsters
Yeah.
are the main culprits.
So,
we might have to do another registration exercise. That's my fear. That's my fear.
See here, if we do another registration exercise, if we do another registration exercise in this country, I will call that whole sector the most.
No, what happened in 1967 will repeat itself.
What is the meaning of that? How many times have we registered our SIMs? All the measures that have been put in place to ensure that people are not able to do the same thing.
Yeah.
The inconvenience that you've put a number of people through, the number of SIM cards that you have blocked, and the threats that you've given to people, the frustrations.
Yeah.
You know, Sam George back and forth with Esla Owusu and all of that. Then you come and tell us that we should re-register our SIMs again. Like the way
And that's because
the way
people are selling already registered SIMs. Which is the same reason we were given for having to go and re-register again.
So how
but
does
for
that
some
happen?
strange reason, they are unable to clamp down on this.
But I don't get it. Why would you want to buy a pre-registered SIM? What happens if you lose the number?
People don't think about that, and they have no time like
And
that.
some people feel like we want it now. My Ghana card is not here, so
Yeah.
you know, let me just buy. And it's registered in somebody's.
Yeah, it is.
But before
It is risky. What if the person commits an offense and it's traced back to you?
It's the same reason why people buy mobile phones in traffic.
Yeah, those
People have no time. Oh. They have no. See,
you
people
see them
have no
bargaining.
time in Ghana.
You see them bargaining, and I wonder.
Yeah,
like,
you buy a phone in traffic. People are buying knives in traffic. They are buying yam in traffic. They are buying tomatoes in traffic.
Yam, it makes sense. I mean, yam, tomatoes.
No, they tell you it's puna. You get home and it says water yam.
I've always wondered why somebody will see yam in traffic and buy it.
Oh, sometimes it's cheaper. Now yam is very expensive. Like a tuber of yam.
But how are you buying yam?
Last time I bought
How
a
you
tuber
buy
of yam
yam
for
in
30
traffic?
cedis and I started appreciating my parents.
Yes, you see that thing.
You know the people who sell the yam in the traffic. Do you know what they do? It's up all the yam. They dig the ground somewhere nearby and then
they
put
hide
the yam
them
in
in
there.
there.
Some of them also like they
And then after that-
patronize them off it, so they are customers.
Yeah.
So some of them have integrity. I don't think all of them.
Oh yeah,
all of
I get
them-
you.
Yeah,
I get you.
I mean, I've seen that some of them they dig the ground and then they put
It
the
depends
yam
on
in
where
there.
you are buying the yam to.
And then when they remove the yam, you see the dirt on the yam. You
Yeah.
think, oh, this is fresh yam.
Yeah,
It's not
of
fresh
course,
yam.
but it's fresh. Yeah, it's from the soil.
Wisconsin University College unveils cybersecurity AI lab. So that's also on the Daily Graphic. Emmanuel, you've got the nation's favorite paper.
Yeah, the nation's favorite paper, the Daily Guide newspaper, Free SHS. Give me my stone, Nanado, comes with a photograph of the president. And you've made Temasave, Manklalo to IGP. Baumia Napo hits road running. Yeah, yesterday he visited one of the famous chiefs in the region. And also, Tetracore Energy to launch Ghana's first CNG mother station and minority security recruitment claim false, according to the majority story on page 6 of the paper. My Euro 2024 was a failure. That is the back page of the Daily Guide, the sports section, and Mbappe is making this concession. And Ghana Paris 2024 Olympic quest in doubt. No, we need to go. We need to go.
It's a question. So now the answer is that we'll go.
And Olympic Marseille targets Eddie Nketiah. He may leave us now.
I think he should go. He should explore. He has a potential like a Kobe Menu and whatever. He should go.
And he should stop eyeing the English national team.
No. He should just play his
He should
football.
come home.
Yeah, he should just play his football. If he wants to play for Ghana,
he should
cool.
come
He should come home.
should come
The
home.
trophy is going home, so he should come home.
Yeah.
Yo.
But you can say that Kobe Menu probably might have taken his place already.
If you were him, would you come home?
We'll be sad some more.
I mean, it's Odoi that, you see, Odoi might never get to play any national team ever because England obviously is not calling you. You could have,
Even when you were at Chelsea.
yeah, they were not calling you.
So,
Now that you are nowhere.
And you should come back to Ghana.
No, we had the opportunity to go to World Cup with us. We turned it down. Yeah, so now, let's see. The Chronicle this morning, government completes 75% of 200 state housing homes at Amrahia. Comes to the picture of the CEO for State Housing Corporation or company, Virus, and then the sector minister, Kojo Ponkroma. NPA donates quadruple GCMS equipment to Ghana Atomic Energy, that's GAEC. And then ENI Vitol fire blanks in court. Failed to squeeze $950 million from government at the International Court of Arbitration. So it's no longer $7 billion. Yeah, we were told that they were asking for $7 billion when the $7 billion was how much they have invested in development of the block. And so government has been asked to pay the cost of the arbitration.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically it. Quotation for this morning: Isaiah 45:16. They will be put to shame and even humiliated. All of them.
They will be put to shame
and even
be humiliated.
All of them.
All of them.
Thus
says the Lord.
Isaiah. But who was okay? You are not a pastor. But who
Isaiah.
was Isaiah referring to?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Okay.
I'll have to get into that particular Bible verse and read the chapter
context.
And then get the context to see exactly what Isaiah was talking about.
Yeah.
But
of course, suffice to say that there were some people that were going to be put to shame and humiliation.
Yes.
Okay.
The enemies will be put to shame. The Daily Post, it's a lot of politics. All the 3 headlines of the Daily Post are political headlines. Vote for change to end the suffering of Ghana. Guess who's saying this?
Who?
John Dramani Mahama.
Oh, okay.
Says vote for change to end the suffering of Ghanaians.
Vote for change. Yes, it's as they used to say.
Baumia and Napo will complete the destruction of the NPP started by Akufo-Addo. NDC Forum USA has been saying this.
But they should be happy then.
I don't know for them.
Should be happy.
Anger on social media over Napo's Your Kwame Nkrumah comment highlighting Akufo-Addo's so-called achievements. So, yeah. That's what's there on the Daily Post newspaper.
I think one other thing that did him in was the knowledge of the fact that for the longest time the president has said no to his choice. So he needed to do something extra to at least let the president know that I'm with you, I'm in your camp. But I think he didn't have to do that.
Even the president won't say the things
exactly.
that he said.
Exactly.
Anyway,
so yeah.
Well, that's Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh for you. He's misunderstood. You people should stop misunderstanding him.
Yeah. So we have our next DJ Rollins then, who will speak, and then all of us will misunderstand, and somebody will have to come and explain.
Used to be Victor Smith. I mean, when I was a child.
Yeah.
Then at the point, Kofi Adams after the text message. Kofi Adams. Step in.
Yeah. At the point, Fifi Kwete even spoke for him. Yeah. So we now have to prepare for another version.
If you touch Rollins, Ghana will burn.
Yes.
Don't worry, Napo.
Yes.
Don't worry, Napo has got it covered. Are we worried about his so-called arrogance or perceived arrogance and, politically incorrect statements? Or we are concerned about his competence and his ability to deliver?
No, we are not worried. We are not. He should be worried.
We are not worried about anything. No, but it looks like it's all about it. And he's arrogant and he's this and he's. I mean, let's talk about the man's competence.
No, but that's politics.
Right? Let's talk about the man's competence.
No, so you want
to gauge? Is he competent? Is he competent enough to deliver? Is he competent enough to deliver?
How are you going to gauge that?
How are you going to gauge that?
Yeah, he didn't speak policy, did he? He didn't speak policy, did he?
No, but we know him. He's the current energy minister.
And what's up with your
He's the current energy minister. He has been the education minister before. He implemented the president's flagship free SHS program. So let's judge him based on that. What are his competences there? Let's base him. Let's judge him based on his track record in the Menchia South, right?
Yes.
Menchia South constituency since the year 2009, which he has been member of parliament.
That's true.
He's been there for 12 years,
16
years.
Yeah.
He's been there for 16 years. Let's judge him based on that. What are his constituents saying about him? What has he done for the constituency in terms of representation, even in parliament, contribution of debates on the floor, bringing their issues to the fore, and in terms of even facilitating development with his common fund and all of those things. Let's judge him based on that. Let's judge him based on that.
Vice President is number 2. Unlike a minister where you are implementing someone else's vision. Now you are part of those who are drafting that vision. I don't know him that much. The little I can say is about his gesture, his mannerism and everything. As a minister, there is a ministry. There are others who work.
Exactly.
Even if you are incompetent, we may not know. If you have a competent
your flaws
team
will be covered.
But if you are the arrowhead, and you are arrogant, it means nobody can even advise you.
Exactly.
Imagine having a vice president who can't be advised. Look, being arrogant, I don't think it's a negative tag, for which reason his team is working very hard to dispel that notion that he's arrogant. Imagine working with, quote and unquote, an arrogant vice president, and the president is not around. You get it. It's a big deal. And yesterday,
Well,
if you watch the videos,
we've been
you should watch his mannerism. I think beyond his utterances, and communication, verbal and non-verbal.
Non-verbal.
Beyond what he says, if you look at his gestures.
Yes, and the gestures before another chief. Yes, before another chief.
Yeah.
And basically, you know how we revere our chiefs. See, upbringing, your circle, the cultural settings in which you grow, all come to play in making you who you are. But in politics, there are written rules and unwritten rules. If you seeking to appeal to the emotions of people and get them to buy into what you are selling, there is a way you go about it. That's what is called political rightness. If it's politically right, politically appropriate, then you are ticking the boxes. That's the point we're making.
Because we don't write entrance exams to the president.
No.
So it's not about the most
No.
brilliant. How you carry yourself is very important.
And how people perceive who you are.
Perception is everything in politics.
It's everything.
I mean, I'm
So
concerned.
free advice we are giving. He who has ears,
And I will send them a bill.
let them listen.
I'm concerned about ability to perform.
Yeah, but you see, it's about people saying that.
Or not,
Look at the
not-
character of a lady. Don't look at the beauty, right? But the ladies will tell you that the beauty will draw the men closer to get to know your character.
And that one there is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to
when
the
they
table.
Say, when they say beauty is
Welcome to the table.
Who walks around with an X-ray
Because
machine?
yes, you can't be walking with your character all over you. And something must attract somebody closer to you before the person can then get to
But
know your
remember
character.
that the good book says that beauty is what? It's fleeting.
Yes, we get that.
All is vanity.
We get that. And that's when you look at only beauty without substance.
Yeah.
But like I said, before you get to know the substance, you might get closer.
Okay.
Exactly.
I
So
think the
advice.
point is simple.
Yeah.
Being humble and not being arrogant and being competent are not mutually exclusive of each
You
other.
can be both.
You can be both.
And in politics, try and be both.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my turn now.
Yeah.
The Daily Statesman. NPA donates equipment to atomic energy. Also, Baumia Napo in full flight hits ground running with campaign. Pilot of housing incentives for developers begin with SHC. And TVET service Classirira launches initiative to revolutionize education. Back page of the Daily Statesman. Reverend Osei Kofi blames Mahama for Black Stars 2015 AFCON failure. And his point is that the former president gave some assurance to the former winning team, the 1963 team, 1965 team, but he didn't fulfill. For which reason, the players went and kicked the penalty the way they did. I don't get the correlation.
It's this spiritual.
Ivory Coast lost
spiritual.
their first two kicks. They missed.
Yeah.
Still, we managed
we
to
managed
lose.
to lose that.
Spirituality has nothing to do with
that.
that.
It's
We are too
about.
spiritual in this
So
country.
which spirit is backing
Everything.
Kupama?
Everything.
Kupama that for the longest time has taken kicks and has never missed. Which spirit is backing him? Is it the spirit of Queen Elizabeth?
we failed to plan for that penalty shootout.
Yeah.
Your best penalty kicker
was
waiting to be
to
the
be
last.
the one to
you
kick
get it.
last.
You get it. All right. Bagman endorses Hearts of Full Kotoko match for election peace drive. It's a good initiative. I think one of the reasons our league is suffering is that now our biggest brands, Hearts Kotoko, they will play President's Cup, play this cup, play.
Yeah.
So it takes away
Yeah.
that desire to see them play in the
Yeah.
league.
Yeah, they'll play
I think
everything.
we are.
Yeah, but because they've also been missing out on the top tier of the league, this is how they also make small.
So let them. So we should let them fight for it.
Yeah, I
we
get
shouldn't
you.
be letting them play President Cup and downplaying the. Now that rivalry, I think it's even dying down. I mean,
exactly.
in the past when Hearts is playing Kotoko, it was a big deal.
They should do well in the Premier League. That is where they should do well. They should do well in the Premier League. Be number one, number two, go to Africa,
Yeah.
and go and do well in Africa.
Charlie, the last time Hearts
go and
excelled
do
in
well.
Africa was when they played. The two
Yeah,
of them qualified for the
Confederations Cup, and
I
then
think 2005 or
The Hearts
2006.
took it from Kotoko. Yes, since you guys are talking about football, Aisha, the Mokola celebrity, is saying that whenever Black Stars are going out for any tournament, the letter from Kinshasa, the wording, the content, and everything is what we should be giving to them, because the way Black Stars get people's BP to rise.
No, but recently I've learned to lower my expectations for the Black Stars. So
Good for you.
I've learned to.
Yeah, me, I have no regard. for that.
after
to be honest with you,
after Samajan's penalty miss
in 2010
in the 2010 World Cup, I have lowered my expectation for the Black Stars. So I want them to win, and I want to be happy. I mean, and when Kudus and Joseph Painsil and co, I mean, the new crop of Black Stars players that we have, when they are doing very well and all of that, I mean, I get happy.
Good for you.
My mindset is, I mean, they could lose.
Good for you. Unfortunately,
so I'm watching it with a level of indifference.
Yeah.
A certain level of indifference.
But when they score, you jubilate.
Oh yes.
So you see, it's just a defense mechanism.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
got your
it's a
heart
copy.
in
you
there.
have numbed your emotions.
It's a coping mechanism.
If
Oh,
you're
yes.
indifferent, you shouldn't care when they
Exactly.
score or lose.
Yeah.
But the point is, I mean, Black Stars is my first love. In as much as I want to take your route, I can't.
Yeah,
My
okay.
heart is still there. That's why I hope that the FA and the technical
They
team,
get
do
the
the right
right-
things
yeah,
to get
yeah.
that result. I mean,
Daily Dispatch is the final one I have. Asante Henne's 7 points of wisdom when Opugu Prempeh was presented to him as Baumier's running mate. 2024 elections, police on alert for troublemakers, IGP. Dissociate Mansia Palace from NPP and politics. NDC guru to Asante Henne. NPA donates to Atomic Energy Commission. And the back page, yes, it's a funeral announcement.
Okay.
Which one?
Okay. On the Insight newspaper.
Yeah, that's Benefton's sister.
Yes.
that's
She's been laid to rest. Yes. The Insight newspaper says for vandalizing the memory of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Napo is unfit for presidency or hinting to charges as he insists arrogance is his nature. Election 2024 MPP presidential ticket, a clear case of the dumb and the dumber. Hey. Of the dumb and the dumber. And this is by Nantongma Isahaku.
You done?
No.
this long pause, it's similar to what we witnessed on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Mumfa Nkrumah no. Mumfa.
It's a long pause for me.
Let's continue. Comparing Akufo-Addo to Nkrumah is insulting, misguided. Nama Kofi Boy, that's in Nkrumah's countryman, isn't it?
Talking about that, the CPP demands.
Yeah, the CPP said that Posh should resign as energy minister, as vice presidential. Baumia should sack him. Everything.
The CPP should first get presidential candidates, and then they'll come back and we'll talk. They should first get a presidential candidate.
It's deliberate to make unrealistic demands.
Yes.
So that it can't be fulfilled.
And
so
then,
it can always be in the news.
Yes.
I think
I mean, they knew that. I mean, but I thought that the CPP should have just come out and say that. I mean, they disagree with the comment, and then extol Kwame Nkrumah and his achievements.
Just like what netizens are doing.
And then, I mean, and why do you have to come and stand there and say you should resign? And I'm like, CPP.
People want to print T-shirts. Why?
You say they'll demonstrate.
My Nkrumah, your Nkrumah, our Nkrumah.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. My Nkrumah, your Nkrumah, our Nkrumah.
I'm sure the 1957 man is listening.
Yes, KOD. This
is
is free merchandise for you. Yeah, business proposal. Get to work.
Okay, then you should come and pay consultation fee.
More definitely. So the final paper here, a new crusading guide. Inflation drops to 22.8% in June, and Supreme Court dismisses Bakavoma's application against Kandapa. Paramount chief of Upper Discoff praises Napo, says successful implementation of races qualifies him to be Baumier's running mate. And then Telecel launches more money promo with 1 million Ghana cedis. I think they should get the network to be
They should
stable.
fix over the
They should
weekend.
get the network to be stable
purchased
first.
Their data and
Yeah.
What, Telecel?
Yeah.
I don't know what the issue with
should
Telecel
get to
is.
work.
I mean, even before it switched over from Vodafone to Telecel, for some funny reason,
Yeah.
the internet was a bit slow for
Yeah.
some funny reason.
And we felt it was a transition stage. Not knowing that we were transitioning to a west stage.
So
Well, but anyway.
that is why I'm cautiously optimistic about
Yeah.
the prospect of 5G
Yeah.
in Ghana because
Yeah.
look, LTA should be able to do a lot.
Yeah, it
of
should be
things
very
that
fast.
We require internet for,
Yeah.
but you will get a service and still not be able to
It's
download.
terrible. And
Anyway.
yes, the data will run like Usain Bolt.
Anyway, we'll wrap up the. Just as I was about to say we are wrapping up the newspaper review, a thought popped up in my head, but I can't say it on air.
No problem.
I can't say it on
No
air.
problem.
Backstage.
What cannot be said should not be taught.
No.
If you say it, now the strategy is simple.
What cannot be said should not be
The
taught.
strategy is simple. Once you utter it,
Yeah.
you give a long pause,
Yeah.
and you continue.
And then you continue.
That is why you see. So when I was about, you see how I paused.
yeah. Now pause is very important.
It's like that. It's like
Move
that.
from
Yeah.
Move from municipal review. Move from municipal review.
Emmanuel Bikro and Ibrahim Al Hassan. Starr 103.5 FM. Yeah, simply the best. Simply the best. It's 7:22 a.m. Mutala Inusa is also here in the studio very shortly. We're going to get into all that has been happening in court. Keep it house locked here. When we return, there's a whole lot more coming up here on Starr 103.5 FM.